Another day, and here we go. Honestly, I am not looking forward to today because, as I mentioned yesterday, I'm kind of hosed with the way they scheduled people today, and that means that I get to be stuck trying to figure out a lot of things out that I shouldn't have to. I mean, it's a little ridiculous. I don't know what really else I can say about it. I mean, this is not gonna end well. I'm gonna try my best to figure out and actually do this, so good news is I get to be outside at least. I mean, that's a good thing, right? Yeah. We'll see how today goes. So the workday's over. And it was honestly, I thought it was going to be bad. I went in this day knowing it was going to be bad. It was when the whole day just turned into hell. Like, I swear it was a living hell for me. Because what happened was, let's start at the beginning. I come in at 6 o'clock this morning. I clock on. Everything's fine. I know I have to go run over and open up the department, which is the garden department, for those of you who for some weird reason don't know, or if I haven't mentioned it yet. So there's the garden department, and that's where I'm supposed to be. I've also mentioned before that I have done shifts in the paint department, so I'm well aware about the paint department and how to do everything there. And oh my god, what happened was turns out the person who was supposed to open the paint department had called out, leaving me by myself. Well, actually, I wasn't even supposed to be in that department, so it left that department empty, which is one of the busiest departments in the store. Then again, garden's also one of the busiest departments in the store. But that's beside the point. One of the managers came up to me and was like, "Hey, can you open up the paint department?" I'm like, "Yeah, okay." It's just for an hour because someone else came in at 7. Was coming in at 7, who turns out to be a new person. Okay. So I run around and open up the paint department. I go through all the different checklists. Got a few orders of paint already at 6:30 in the morning. And then the new person showed up at 7, and it was a guy I hadn't met before. So, as he's only been there for like a week. And I told him, "Hey, this is the phone extension I've got. Can call me if you need anything." And thankful until the next person shows up at 9:30. Thankfully, he didn't need me. But after that, I had to go run and open my own department, which was garden. And garden takes a lot longer to actually go through all the different checklists we're supposed to in order to officially open the department. And that left me stuck because the next person wasn't supposed to come in until 8. So he shows up at 8. Okay, no problem. Then we got people wanting loadouts, and the problem is, in order to have a loadout, at least a lot of the time when it requires full pallets of stuff, you need a forklift. Problem is, the 2 people they had scheduled for the morning shift in the garden department were not forklift certified. And that left us running around scrambling for anyone, to come help us. And thankfully, the guy in our neighboring department, once he was done with what he was doing, the guy in our neighboring department, which was flooring, came out. I asked him, "Hey, when you're done with what you're doing, can you come help us? Because we really need it." So I managed to get him to help us out a few times. But we were just running all over the place. And then if I For some weird reason, missed answering the phone. Everyone got mad that I wasn't answering the phone. Even though half the time it was either because I was on the phone with someone else or I was running around like a chicken with my head cut off, not able to answer the phone because I was helping someone else. So it's like, what do you expect me to do? I can't be everywhere at once, especially considering the fact that Garden is easily one of the largest departments in the store, and they've been hiring a bunch of new people, but only one new person so far has come to Garden for the day shift. They have enough people for Garden Recovery the overnight shifts, which is usually the problem, but people are just not hiring anyone for Garden, and it's ridiculous because it makes it so that we're running around trying to do stuff and we don't have time to. Oh yeah, so yesterday I mentioned I got a Fitbit. Grand total of steps that I ran around doing was well over 15,700, which according to this chopped up to a few miles. And it's just like, what do you expect me to do? I can't constantly be sitting there doing this. That's actually one of the reasons why I decided to start blogging, actually, was because I know if I don't vent my emotions or vent my frustrations, they sit there, they bubble, and then eventually explode. And people don't tend to like it when I tend to blow up because of stress and anger and all those frustrations rolling together into one. They learn very quickly that I am a very scary person when that happens, and I don't like it when I do end up like that. So, yeah, I gotta do a few things when I get home. Oh god, that's gonna be fun. Guess I'll see you guys later then. Who knows what'll happen. The yard. A jungle of a beast with this also very, very small tree that's got a little rock by it. Well, that's not really a little rock. Jesus Christ. Where'd that rock come from anyway? I don't know. But it is right now about 7 o'clock. And we're going to see how long it takes me to mow at least this yard. This is not going to be fun. It's a beast. It is not nice. I waited till later for it to cool down a bit. It's still humid as all hell out here. And then tomorrow, when I get off work, I get to rearrange this yard and mow it. Not as much of a beast to mow. This yard right here. This is the problem, child. Especially since in January we had a bit of a snowstorm and my dad decided to back up this giant 12-seater van in the driveway. More if he attempted to. That did not end well, considering now there's a hole that is deeper, that it goes up to my knee when I'm standing in it, and that's sad, honestly. Also, I need to move this ladder. This ladder keeps being put here. And it pisses me off because I have to move it every 2 seconds. So it's not in the way. But yeah, no. I'm gonna mow that beast of a yard. And my weapon is that thing. Yep, it's this thing. This is gonna end totally well. Yeah, I am so glad I decided not to be live streaming this week because during the week when I work in the next morning, because otherwise I would be dead. So, I will give you guys a bit of an update in a little bit, and we'll, see how this goes. It is 7:02 now, and let's get to it. Okay, so we have an update, which honestly is not that much. Oh, but I do want to show you the hole. It's down here. See this area that's covered in grass? I cannot safely mow that because if I can get down here without dying. Here's the deepest point. It goes up my ankle and almost to my knee. Like, seriously, this is ridiculous. And this is not the only hole. The other hole, caused by the van tire, is right there. So, I cannot safely mow completely around it without accidentally falling or twisting an ankle. I actually almost did because the lawnmower started dragging me down with it. But, yeah, the beast is getting there. It only took me about half an hour to get as much as I did done. So, yeah, this is not going that well. But it's cooled down a little bit. It's still humid. And cottonwood is falling everywhere. But we're getting there. Eventually. Still got a long way to go. Goodbye, lawnmower. Until we meet again tomorrow. Who the hell set off the neighborhood dogs? I doubt it was the person on the horse, because they just started going off, which is a little weird. Anyway, it is now 8:05. I started this at 7:02, so almost exactly an hour, and this is my choppy lawn job, considering the fact that the lawn was, well, I tried to tame the beast. It did not always work. If you can, I don't know if you guys can see it, but there's a bunch of tufts of grass just randomly sticking up places. And this is what happens when the lawn decides to keep growing, annoyingly. And I can't mow the lawn, couldn't mow the lawn when they were painting our house, so now it's no longer yellow, as I mentioned. Actually, it's red and white instead of yellow and green, which is still taking a little getting used to. I mean, that thing looked like a barn. I mean, look at that shed. Does it not look like a little barn? And what the hell is setting off those dogs? I mean, are you real? There has to be something over there. Maybe they saw a squirrel. Then again, people always compare me to dogs. Namely because we're pretty sure I have some sort of attention disorder, considering the fact that I get distracted very easily. But, yeah. I think I'm going to probably end this log off now because I've got to take out garbage still, and then I have to wake up at 5 tomorrow morning for work again. And when I get off work, I'm going to wait a little bit first, and then I get to mow that yard. If anyone's wondering, I already mowed the other yard. We have 3 separate yards. It's really weird. But yeah. Well, at the ending of this vlog, I now have 21,000 steps, according to my Fitbit. I've been walking around a lot. And this, unless the quarantine ends soon, I doubt my life's going to get any easier because people keep wanting to do gardening stuff. And so they all decide to go to my workplace because they're like, let's go buy all this stuff because we're bored and stuck at home. Apparently, my county is applying to start reopening some things, but honestly, I seriously doubt they'd actually get accepted for it. Considering the fact that the county I'm in had the first, I'm going to be blunt, I live in Snohomish County in Washington State, and quite literally not too far from where I am was the first recorded case in the US of the coronavirus. So I seriously doubt our governor is going to, or anyone really for that matter, would allow this county to open up and start opening things up again. But it'll be interesting to see the results of their attempts. Yeah. We'll see how things go. It's actually a really pretty day today. But yeah, I'll leave you guys with this beautiful little shot of the skyline. You kind of can see the mountains over the horizon there. Let's see if I can stand up and get a better shot. You can kind of see them over there. Some days you actually can see the snow all the way up at the top of them, and it's really pretty. Actually, you want to talk about the most beautiful sight that I typically see is when you're standing in Everett looking over the Puget Sound. Some days you can actually see the Olympic Mountains on the other side of the sound, and it's actually really, really pretty. But yeah, it's a beautiful day. It's probably going to be another beautiful, very hot day tomorrow. So I guess, well, we'll see what happens.